In this video, we're going to work on solving complete problems for circuits. So let's start with the given. So we're given that this is our battery, so let me label the positive and negative side of the battery, and we have a 12 volt battery. And we have resistor A is 30 ohms, B is 20 ohms, and C is 40 ohms. So if I fill out my units first, I know that resistance is measured in ohms, and those were given to me as 30, 20, and 40 respectively. Then we have our voltage for the source for the battery was given to us as 12 volts. The units of voltage is volts. I is current, which is measured in amps, and P is power, which is measured in watts. Alright, so now that I have my given filled out, the next step I want to do is to figure out how many routes that I have. So in this problem, I'm going to be highlighting the routes. I always start at the positive end of the battery, and I can trace around to the negative end. So one possibility is to go through B, then A, and back to the negative side of the battery. So when I go through A and B, this route, I can apply Ohm's law to the route, so I equals V divided by R, where the voltage supplied by the battery was 12 volts, and we pushed that current through 50 ohms of resistance. So that was A and B added together. Alright, so 12 divided by 50 gives me 0.24 amps. And so that'll be my current for A and B is 0.24. Alright, so then let's check out another route. So if I start, this time I'm going to highlight in green. So if I start at the positive end of the battery again, but this time I go straight at this intersection. I trace only through C. So now my green route, I can do I equals V divided by R. And that gives me 12 volts again. But this time the 12 volts are pushing through 40 ohms of resistance, which gives me 12 divided by 40, which gives me 0.3 amps. And so that will be my current for C. Alright, so I know I have two routes total. There are three types of circuits. The first one is a series if we have only one route, so this clearly cannot be a series. A parallel means that there's one resistor on each route. Since that first blue route had two resistors, it can't be each. It can't be a parallel, so this one's going to be a combination of series and parallel. Alright, next I want to figure out my total current for the source. To get my current for the source, I'm going to add up the currents on each route. Now be careful, don't just add all the currents together. But for A and B, this was one route. So on this first route, on the green route, or no, that was the blue route, I had 0.24 amps, went this way. And on the green route, I knew I had to have 0.30 amps this way. I know that 0.24 amps went into B, but that was just a continuation of the 0.24 amps that go into B. Alright, that means coming out of the socket, or coming out of the battery, excuse me, I had to have 0.54 amps. And that's 0.24 plus 0.3 added together. Alright, next I can figure out the voltage by applying Ohm's law to the individual resistors. So first I did it to the routes, but now to the individual resistors. So I know the currents, I know the resistances, I can just use V equals I times R. So if I do 30 times 0.24, I get 7.2 volts for A, and 20 times 0.24 is I get 4.8 volts for B. By the way, on one route, they should always add up to the total voltage. So 7.2 plus 4.8 gives me 12. For C, if I do 40 times 0.3, I get exactly 12 volts, which makes sense. If I got 12 volts from the battery, all that voltage is going to be used at C. Next, I can figure out the power by using the electric power equation, P equals I times V. 12 times 0.54 gives me a total power of 6.48 watts. 7.2 times 2.4 times 0.24, excuse me, gives me 1.73 watts. 4.8 times 0.24 gives me 1.15 watts. And 12 times 0.3 gives me 3.6 watts. If I add up the current, or the power that's dissipated at each resistor, I should end up with the same amount of current, or the same amount of power that I got from the voltage, from the battery, because of conservation of energy. Alright, so you'll notice that in this problem I had two distinct routes. There wasn't a single resistor that was on both routes. In the challenge problems, we'll start talking about equivalent resistance and solve more complex circuits that don't meet that criteria.